Hey guys, Steve here with SAMTV. The bike behind me right here is the Reeb STEEZL. It's a pretty amazing bike. Hey guys, Steve here with SAMTV. I'm out here in Moab. Amazing place. Kind of breathtaking actually, coming from the East Coast. It's like another planet here. But we're not talking about just Moab today. We're talking about OuterBike. OuterBike is going on just a couple hundred yards over there to my right. And one of the vendors there is kind of a bike I've been hoping to get on for about 2 years, and today was the day, and I'm glad I waited. So the bike behind me right here is the Reeb STEEZL. It's a pretty amazing bike, and before I get into all the specs of the bike, I just want to give you kind of an idea of why we love this bike. Reeb has a bit of a philosophy that you don't need to wait around for a calendar year to cycle out a new bike design. These guys are committed to riding. They ride every day themselves, and so when they see the opportunity to make some changes, they make them. So behind me right here is the STEEZL, and it runs and it is set up with either a 160 to 170 mil travel Cane Creek HELM on the fork side. On the back, got a shock. This is the coil. It's 155 mil. I'm 190. They set it up for me. I can't tell you what an awesome ride I had. I'm coming, just as a point of reference, I'm coming off of an Stripmo AF that I've been riding for about 3 years. So one of the things I noticed immediately about this bike was the fact that getting this bike over things, and again, we're in Moab, if you didn't know, it's a little technical here, was actually really way better than I expected. This bike is made of steel. The front triangle is made of steel, chromoly, and the rear triangle is made of aluminum. It's a horse link setup on the rear end. It's the strongest designed rear triangle they have made to date. And then the overall geometry on this bike, it puts it in this kind of sweet spot of, it's definitely geared towards enduro. But one of the things I loved about this bike was on these trails, was being able to move the rear end around so much easier. Not that you want too much bounce. And that was the nice compromise here, was that when I was going down, it wasn't trying to buck me over, but at the same time, when I leaned into it, it was planted. So it's a little bit shorter rear end than I'm used to, but I'll put all the specs in the video here, and the details below, or on the side, or wherever they are. You'll find them. You know how this thing works, right? So let's take a close-ups here, get you a little bit of a closer look at this bike, and what I loved about it, what I liked about it, and if there was anything I thought that could be improved. So I'll give you guys a quick overview of the cockpit here. Ergon grips, which are amazing because they're exactly the same ones that I run right now. We've got a GX system, a SRAM GX transmission. And then on the brakes, we have the TRP Trails. They're freaking awesome. Definitely smooth. Needed power, it was there, but modulating, nice and easy. We got some Spank bars here, and overall, the setup on this bike was just phenomenal. I love that word. You know, when you hear me say phenomenal, I'm kind of in love with the bike, so I threw it out there. Phenomenal. Travel, just going to point out while we're here, I use it all. These guys set this up really well. About 190. This is about, I think this is the 160 fork on here. You can do 160 or 170. That's the way it is designed. It was awesome. Cane Creek puts together just a phenomenal, there we go again. They put together a really quality front fork. It was fun. These trails are pretty gnarly, and just total confidence on this bike on stuff that, you know, I might otherwise shy away from. The shock on the rear, it was that coil. I don't know. I wish I could explain it better, because I lack the technical term. But all I can say is the spring does its job. It's keeping you on the ground when you need to, but also you give it a little pump and you get, the bike moves around really, really well. The Katsuma, it's got like 4 adjustments on there. I let the pros set that up because I wouldn't know what I'm doing with it. And then, like I said, on the rear end, it's a GX setup. Just really pedals really well. The terrain is very different from what I'm used to riding. So let's turn us around here. So overall, man, I mean, this would be in the dream bike category. It's a steel frame, but it weighs 1 pound less than my Ibis Rip mount. Now this is a medium, because I'm shorter than I thought I was. That's kind of weird, right? I want to share that with you guys. I don't even know you, but I thought it was like 5'11", and I'm 5'10". Yeah. Anyway, I got on this. It's a medium. Chart-wise, that's exactly where they put you. It comes in 5 sizes, small to extra large, and they will even do custom, like geometry, like a custom bike build. Probably going to cost you a couple bucks more. Same thing with the paint, which is kind of cool. People, no offense, I do hear people quite often talk about not buying bikes because of a color. I'm sorry, that's just stupid. But with Reeb, no problem. You don't like the colors they have, tell them the color you want, and they'll paint it for you, that color. They do. It's custom. You're going to pay for it, but, that's pretty sweet. So there we go. Hey, from Moab and from OuterBike, this is Steve, SAMTB. Thank you guys so much for checking in today. This is a freaking amazing bike. If you're looking for a bike, you should try this bike. You should definitely try this bike. I had a blast on this bike, and I highly recommend it. Definitely. Day 1 over here at Moab. We're going to be here for 2 more days. A couple more bikes going to get you guys reviews on, but if you're going through the whole series here, there'll be a couple of bike reviews from Moab OuterBike, the Moab OuterBike bike review series. Thank you guys for checking in. Again, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Please subscribe, and tell your friends about this. Tell them about the Reeb. Freaking awesome. All right, take care.